What's up guys, Johnson here, and today I have another ranked gameplay for you guys. This is a 5-stack ranked gameplay alongside my friend Yankee Sierra, who invited me to join in the 5-stack. And this is basically one day after the latest patch dropped. I believe it's 1.5.88, or actually the exact day, but by the time I upload it, it'll probably be a bit later than that. So let's get right into it. So let's talk about team composition first. We have one tank on our team, Franco, very unconventional, but obviously against a team without a tank, a proper tank basically, it's pretty good. Right, we have a marksman Clint, we have a mage Lunox, as well as a support Estes. I'm playing as a fighter Yu Zhong on the side lane. Enemy team does have a jawhead fighter, basically plays a tank. And here I'm just gonna do my conventional Yu Zhong laning technique. Right. Yes, so I'm leaning against this Alice, one of the mages. There's side lane, very annoying, but early game not too much of an issue. Early game is quite weak. I take a step back here because he's level 2, just don't want to take too many shots. Enemy team has two marksmen, basically the Popo and Koopa is playing as the support. They have another marksman Granger who is still kind of strong actually, and they have a fighter Jawhead. I believe I said that before, unfortunately. Whoops. So yes, in lane I'm just gonna punish the Alice as much as possible because this guy tried to be funny, right? And probably if you looked at my loading screen earlier, you saw that I actually went for tank Emblem, which is kind of interesting. Obviously you might be thinking, hey, why did I go tank, right? So obviously on our end we do have a pretty squishy frontline. Obviously I don't really like this kind of composition, but this is really what everyone's going for now, because you do have a lot of sustain with the Estes and a lot of damage in the as the Lunox, because a tank really takes a while to get up to speed. Before the ultimate, it's gonna take a while, and Joy already cut me off, so this is actually kind of a bad spot here. But I just use my vengeance, just carefully hit him. Obviously he has flicker, so he doesn't execute, so I'm technically fine. It's a little bit of a mistake here. Obviously Joy is already swapped over to this lane, and Alice went to the other lane. So obviously this is definitely going to be risky. This guy wants to charge in, immediately use a lot of my skills. I did build my first blood, but I'm going to die. Not too great obviously, but it's fine. It's 1-for-1. That guy used a lot of things already. And Clint just whacking shit. And unbeknownst to him, Alice was in the bush there. I don't know, do get a Poopa and Koopa, and Franco's run right up to the... unfortunately no. So yes, you can see we're totally basically, obviously it's kind of even now. Granger's already taking turtle. I know that he's already there. I can't really contest it, however, so we just let it be, right? I take a chill. Obviously our team is a little bit slow to objectives, and this guy decides all in me, and he can't because I have tank Emblem. And obviously I lost some mid, and then this is where our team comes with the rotation. It's basically a little bit of a bait here, and the reason why you go tank is that it allows me to survive for really long, and that allows me to save for my teams, which is really important. Obviously you can see that Franco actually landed an ultimate here, so you use my dragon form to come in. Do get a kill. I can't get a Granger though. Eudora's in the back over there. Franco looking for a hook. You can see they have no chance at all, right? They can't run away, and yes, we do get it as well. So basically that's why honestly Franco is actually kind of okay in this meta right now, because everybody is not playing a proper tank. Obviously if you go against into your traditional tanks like Tigreal, like Kufra, Kai even, Franco's gonna have a really hard time. But obviously he can just walk around, right? Because nobody can really fight with him. Try to contest this thing, taking a lot of damage. I'm not scared of it from my passive up. But you can see I'm not really chasing. I'm using the wave to my advantage. Wait for him to appear. Dash out. This guy wants to engage on me. I immediately pop my vengeance, and then he can't kill me. That's basically how it works. Yes. Unfortunately I didn't get the last stack of passive, so I was just gonna back off right now. And basically one of the weaknesses of Yu Zhong tank is obviously you don't have a lot of mobility, and also you don't have a lot of damage. You just try and you just be right, a huge survival monster. Basically nobody can kill you unless they like 5-man dive you or even 3-man dive you with everything. So Joy tried to flicker, be very aware. I was just waiting for him to do that, to be honest, and he already used his throw here, so I just totally outplayed him here. And I'm just gonna try and join the fight, I guess. My ultimate was a little bit of insurance, a little bit panic thing, because stuff happened. Our team's kind of in trouble now, and yeah, not too great. So this is where it's kind of risky, right? If you don't have a proper front line, especially, you know, in our composition here, we don't have, you know, a traditional tank. Obviously, Franco can't really do much, right, if they go and engage in. So it's really kind of risky, which is basically the reason why I don't really like what's running around in ranked battles or even in competitive scene, which is kind of dumb, honestly. So actually, a great idea is just to, you know, go traditional way, right? But obviously here we can't really talk about draft anymore because this is how it's gonna play out. So in that case, we're just gonna play very safe. Franco needs to find and engage whenever possible. Whoever is basically in this case, right? Whoever engages first wins. Nothing too much to be said about that. Of course, if you do stop the John hit in the middle of his engage, he's gonna be hugely out of position, so he's gonna die. So nothing so special about that. I'm not gonna do anything funny. Just dash to a interesting way, walk away. Totally fine. I'm not on the tower. I take a lot of damage, but you can see my passive will heal me up. And this guy decides to walk in and give me the free healing. So not too sure why you want to do that. And Granger pops around. Right. So he's gonna use my ultimate here. A little bit of insurance. I push things around. I don't want to go in, obviously. It's gonna be a 1v2 for sure. But I decided to go crazy, to be honest. And that's a little bit on my end. It's my fault. But my team is already coming around, and they're gonna clear up, right? Very nice slow on the Estes, and they do get the hook. So this is a really good combo, obviously. Franco and Estes has a zone that people cannot walk out of, so it really helps Franco to land his hook shot. Basically, it's not really the best, but it does work out, right? Clearly has his first item, and the spanner right here. Just gonna force out tower. And it's kind of one of the drawbacks of Clean, obviously his mobility is kind of shit, right? Which is, oh, very nice hook by the Franco right there. And yeah, so basically the issue I have with you know, traditional marksman, like especially Clean, is it's definitely not a good choice. We both have kind of a bad, you know, draft orientation and whatnot. This guy decides to fight me. I have no idea. He just like never learns. So I do stack a lot of passive on him. You can see he's already taking a lot of damage, and for myself I'm just like, you know, that's pretty chill. Granger is on the turtle. Our team's somewhere else. So obviously, first things first, it's not a great idea, obviously. But I'm just gonna use my ultimate. A little bit of mistake here by me, I think, because yeah, I tried to do something. You know, he was just 2 hits away. If I landed my passive, could have gone something happened. A little bit of mistake, basically. And obviously, I also landed too early with my ultimate. It's confirmed that he'll probably get, you know, the Granger would get that turtle nonetheless. Because our team's just not ready, right? But what I should have just done was to wait for him to use his dash, and I didn't do that. I just immediately landed, and that's kind of where it kind of messed up. Should have just, at the point, I could have just backed off, right? Obviously, Joy is hugely out of position, so they do punch him for that, and because of that, they can take down this tower. Yeah, nothing too much. Alice is already pressuring the Lunox over there. Obviously, the opponent did the right thing to swap lane, right? Because Joy does counter Yu Zhong, actually. But the good thing, obviously, I saw that there's a Joy, so I just went with Vengeance, and then he can't really do much to me anymore. It's just that Alice just scales really well late game. Obviously, we do catch up Open Koopa here. This is basically why I don't like non-traditional tanks playing tanks. Obviously, he did go out of position so far out, right? But you know, if you engage on a Open Koopa, he's just gonna die. You can't really do anything. He can't save his team either. Just like, don't think about that. Once again, just go back to lane. very quiet game basically. Right from the start I saw that this fireman isn't really, they don't really know what they're doing sometimes, so I'm just gonna play it safe. So John's gonna run around the corner, run around me. Our team's already in good shape. They already got 1 kill. They already got the support down, and they're getting the other one. So this is basically why Frank was so good into that, because you can hook them and you can just get kills, right? I'm just gonna tank all this, no problem. I'm gonna tank Yu Zhong, right? And just gonna dash out, no problem about. I'm just gonna say, hey, let's go and take Lord, right? It's perfect time to do it. We are 3,000 gold ahead. Just do it. And obviously our core is just way more fun. But you can see this is where the problem starts, right? We have 3 people taking. We have Lunox in the bot lane, and Lunox is not rotating to Lord. I'm just holding the wave because I'm sure my team can get it, right? And then all of a sudden, the whole team is just gonna come around. There are 4 people. I'm trying to go in right now, and immediately as this is dead, same for the Clint, and we just lost the fight from there. So I jumped in and tried to help them out. Obviously, I immediately outed, but somehow they already died because yes. So that was actually a huge mistake on our team, obviously, among the many mistakes they were having, including on myself. But we can't contest this Lord, obviously. So we're just gonna play chill. We're still in okay shape. We just gave them a Lord, but we're still ahead in towers. We do have most of our tier. We have all of our tier 2 towers. Oh, actually, yes, we have all of our tier 2 towers. Just lost our tier 1 down on the top side. And we can just defend this. I'm very tanky. Not too afraid. Just waiting for a hook to come out. Nothing really happening, and he decides to go in into the I can't go forward. And you see, this is where Alice becomes really ballsy. I do stack a lot on a lot of people. Very low though. Clint finally comes around, so we might be able to do something here. So I decided to go in, and obviously I don't get anywhere. I use Vengeance, just managed to stay alive there. Holy shit! But I did buy enough time, and that's basically the playstyle for Yu Zhong, right? If you're, if you are, your core has a lot of damage, just let him do it, right? You just need to tank all the shots, and it's okay, right? Because obviously if you build traditionally, it's okay, it's just that you don't survive as much, and if people come and gank you, you're just a normal silent. But if you build like this, you're gonna be in good shape, right? I have Tenacity on tank, and I am building tank as well, so there's no way they can kill me, not until like 10, 15, 30 seconds. And so I have no idea that Alice was there, to be honest. But yes, I was not afraid. Our team's engaging mid, so I'm gonna see. Yep, we can go ahead, obviously, but nobody's dead. SD's already popped his ultimate. So, okay, let's just wait it out, right? We don't have a good engage once again. Clint saw the Alice. The Alice didn't move. We saw him as well. This guy shouldn't have walked into it, but hey. Franco coming the ultimate. Got a huge knockout into Eudora right here. It's really good. I'm just gonna ult in. Wanted to get on the Granger. Too damn far in front though. But nice hook by the Franco right there. And we do get a very nice wipe here. So it's a little bit of redemption. But the problem is we don't really have any objectives to work on. Obviously what I should have done at this point is, what I could have done was to go top. But we really wanted this inhibitor tower. So you're just gonna push this out, right? The enemy is like spawning very soon. Our Clint is farming on that red buff. He should have helped us with the tower quickly. We still get it eventually, but it's kind of, imagine if it didn't, it would have been disastrous. So our team wants to engage again, which I don't really like. Obviously we already have 1 tower, so let's just chill for now, right? Popo already activated his ultimate. I get thrown in. Same thing out here. I get a heal from the Estes. Easy, I can't die, basically. So that's completely fine. We take a lot of hits. They take a lot of hits as well. I use my ultimate. I'm looking for opening. Franco didn't hit land a hook. So you can see I didn't actually go in. Obviously normally I'll be like, you want to go in, just go in. But against with Franco, right, you can't just go in on your own because he can't flicker in an ultimate because he can get disrupted as well. So that's where the risky part lies. Anyway, the good thing is that we did bait out the Alice flicker right there, so that's fine. Here I'm pinging for the Lord, and somehow our team is just fighting it out there. So Lunox and Estes and Franco somehow managed to get a kill onto the Alice over there, which is really nice. Could have definitely gone the other way around because they only had 3 people there going against 5. But hey, it is what it is, and this is definitely not recommended, especially if you're doing things. So meanwhile, we're just gonna take this Lord right now. Bobon Kuba is waiting in the corner. He can't steal it, right? I mean, my friend has retribution, yeah, and he's gonna die now. You can see Bobon Kuba is so out of position. Let's use my ultimate. It's probably overkill at this point. He can get it for sure. A bad landing once again. freaking bad with my landings on Yu Zhong today. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. Anyway, beyond that, I'm talking a little bit about the patch notes. There's some new items over here. So you can see I already gotten one of them into the build. I was actually testing it out. There's a new item called War Axe. It's cost about the same as Bloodlust Axe. It gives you attack, some attack. It's not too great, like 50. Some amount of HP as well as like 550. It's not too great as well. But you also get some cooldown reduction of 10%. So it's a really like pretty balanced item, I would say. It's really good on duelers or people who just engage in sustained fights. It's like perfect for Yu Zhong. Like Alpha, even after a rework, it looks like it's pretty good as well. And Benedetta especially. As long as you're within fights, you're always taking damage. I want to say Uranus, but obviously this doesn't really benefit him. But beyond that, anyone that engages or stays in fights for like super long, it's gonna be good on him, right? It's gonna make you stronger and stronger as the fight goes on. But obviously the caveat is the traits only trigger to the full extent for non-marksmen, non-mages, non-supports. Basically they just want this to be a duelist item. Imagine if a marksman took this, right? This is just like a hybrid item. It's gonna help them out so much. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Obviously it wasn't perfect game by any means, mistakes everywhere to be honest, but I hope you guys learned something. And the new patch is really cool. I think there's some changes. I'm not sure if it changes the meta too much though. There were some adjustments as well, but we have to see whether it really shakes things up or not. But other than that, this is Sean, so signing off. I'll see you guys next time.